It's Madden NFL football. It's week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Miami Dolphins taking on the Green Bay Packers.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Green Bay Packers and the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too... defense have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
Let's go, D. Right, set 33.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete. And Charles, you think about this offense, and it's kind of a tricky time of the season because you're 14-0. Looking to see this one out to the end, but you start to run into situations where guys are getting a little banged up. Maybe could use some time sharing, some time on the bench just to rest. How do you approach the rest of this regular season?
I'm telling you, you don't ask the easy stuff, do you? I mean, you created a heck of a situation there, and actually you didn't create it. You presented it, and you're exactly right. It is tricky because your eye has to be on the ultimate prize, which is the Super Bowl. That's paramount. But at the same time, how much fun would it be to go down as one of the all-time great teams and join the 1972 Dolphins as the only undefeated team to win a Super Bowl?
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And did he get in? No! They'll mark him out at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 46 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one. And there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Then he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. So here comes the Packers offense now onto the field. And they'll be led out by their 8th-year quarterback.
And he's had a great season so far throwing the football. Very likely could go over 4,000 yards with a good performance here. And even in an age of passing first, that is no small accomplishment.
They begin with a run by Davis. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, Dickinson. And this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. Well, no surprise to see that one, partner. The league's #1 defense coming through with a huge pick 6.
And it's plays like that one that have made them the most feared group to face this year. Offenses, they're trying to figure out how to work around them rather than work through them. Big-time impact playmakers scattered throughout the unit on every level, and they can change a game at a moment's notice.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. That'll give them 8. That time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Back to throw. Dickinson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 79 yards, and a touchdown.
And he was able to get open there, but that's not always easy against this bunch defensively. We are deep enough into the season where numbers count. This is #1 rated defense in the NFL. He'll have a tough time.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down. This defense for the Dolphins, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
Well, still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to third down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
Hey, check that.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Finds Roberts left side. And some room to work. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. 66 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wild card spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing room for them, so the bottom line, they just need to focus on winning right now.
Yeah, they totally have their eyes open, don't they? They know they've got teams trying to run them down. They can hear their footsteps. The question coaches ask guys in the locker room, do you have another gear left to pull away and lock in that playoff spot? If so, let's hit it.
His first catch, good for 16 and a first. Out of the shotgun, they'll run with Davis. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. From the gun on 3rd down. Dickinson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the set, and it's going to lead them to 4th down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. This will stay a 3-touchdown game.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. They'll come out throwing here on first down. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, well, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Now a throw over the middle, and he's got it to start the drive. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25. So, Charles, this defense, they definitely know that they've got their hands full here going up against a group that has won 7 straight. What's the key for them in this ball game?
Well, we asked their defensive coordinator that very question, and the response was, we have the mindset that they actually have to react to us, not the other way around. So it sounds to me like the plan is to do the attacking and not wait to see what they present to them.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Davis. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Off the play fake. Dickinson. Throw left side complete. That's Martinez. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard. Line.
Gain of 15. First down, Packers.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 36. They'll look to throw again. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick 6, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, okay, after throwing the pick 6, did he get too careful with the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack? They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Looking to throw. Dickinson finds Hill on the crossing route, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that'll bring up 4th down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that is no good. And they remain well behind.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they're trying to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So this now 34-0 with the extra point pending. And Charles, I thought these guys might have the advantage coming in, but I didn't expect this.
Well, I'm glad we're going with full transparency here because I didn't either. I thought we might be looking at a 24-20 type game, maybe 13-10 at the half. But this has been total, utter domination.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit, and then to not even the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up. From that one.
Looking to throw on second down. Dickinson, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, but it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down. Operating from the gun, Dickinson. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. And I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal. Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So Roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And now the drive starts for the completion out to the right, and they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
12 more yards there and another first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Back to throw again. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
They keep it with Davis on first down. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Davis. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Dickinson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. I cannot imagine a more perfect half of football for one side, CD, and a more disastrous half of football for another side. But if you focus on the positive half, with this pick 6, you look at where that lead is at, and to think that we are only in the 2nd quarter. My goodness.
I love the expression, my goodness indeed. Pretty obvious. It's a free fall out there. Everybody gets a chance to make a play. And if you're on the field, you've got a great chance of being the next guy that your teammates are celebrating.
And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing. against him today.
A gain of 21 yards. And the kicker, Bell.
We got four.
A first down carry for Davis. And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
I think sometimes when you're trying to get after the quarterback, maybe it's better to be lucky than great, because I think on that one, he's just trying to get upfield and rush the passer. Instead, the tackle for the loss landed.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Lawton. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. A good gain on first has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They run the counter. Weaver. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now it's the first involvement on the ground for the backup running back. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Watkins. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. In motion left goes a tight end. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Letting one go deep for Roberts. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Extra point up and through. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Packers with the football here late in this first half. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Throwing on 1st down. Dickinson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. A final shot before break. Dickinson. So the 2 teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Some critical games going on as teams fight for those final playoff berths. Let's get you around the NFL here in a busy Week 16. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And they're drawing close to halftime with the Vikings out on top. The Vikes trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And they trail the visiting Las Vegas Raiders. And that one's gone to halftime. The Raiders trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. And, Charles, I mean, look, you don't bench a starter of his caliber, but 4 first-half interceptions. How do you handle it from here?
Well, the easy thing is right away you try and run the football, take some pressure off of him. But, you know, the defense understands that as well. My second thing is give him throws that are safer, throws that he's confident in, the ones that he likes to make. And that way, he try and get his confidence back up.
They go again with Davis. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Dickinson. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Out of the gun now on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Martinez. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Hendricks. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on third down. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And that will be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they'll get back 3. But this remains a large deficit. We're kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit third quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
On first down, it's Weaver, and this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Watkins, and he'll get it inside. The 40 to the 39.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Weaver, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And he'll go down at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Check back, 27, check back.
A give to the fullback on the dive. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
19, 18.
Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to ball his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins just continue to roll. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Packers ready to take over offensively. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Hendricks. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles, and I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. Seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
They'll run on first down. It's Watkins, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
That was a particularly nice play because not only was it his job to force the play inside, he was actually able to fold inside himself and make the tackle ultimately. Very nicely done.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Weaver, and he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Lawton, and he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 42. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. This is where, 4th quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 11 more on that one and another first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a give up the middle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the 4th. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Green Bay offense ready to take over. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. On 1st and 10, Dickinson, throw left side complete. That's Martinez. A good gain on 1st has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Operating from the gun, Dickinson. And this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
He will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This will be fielded at the 17. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I
we
enjoy.
We share that.
We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it number 1 for what we've seen this season.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. On 2nd down, it's Watkins, and this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. This offense so far on 3rd down can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 71 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now a handoff up the middle. Lawton. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Here 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great effort there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. Extra point splits the uprights. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
To throw on third down, Dickinson, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. On now is the Packers punter, standing just outside his own goal line. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would have, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
74 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
60 vices, 60 vices.
Up the middle they go. Weaver. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
Alert! Alert! Rig alert! Rig alert!
On first down, Lawton, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. The This thing is ugly. Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter, and Charles, I think and now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review, and this being inside 2 minutes. So take away the touchdown. The officials rule he did not get the football to break the plane. Right back to him on first down. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Dolphins, they are now 2 wins away from a perfect regular season as they move to 15-0. And they'll have another home day next week as the Detroit Lions come to town. Meanwhile, for the Packers, it's a bad time of year to take a loss like this as they drop to 10-5. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.